This is not a good place for a young orphan girl to be.
Yeah, like, that's the thought process I'm having right now, and then at the same time, I'm like, they really wouldn't go there, would they?
Hello, we are StoryFNDM. Today we're watching RWBY episode 6, chapter 8.
No. Volume 8,
Sorry.
chapter 6.
Volume 8, chapter 6.
Okay, so here's my thing. I don't know if anyone else notices, but it drives me crazy. Every time we do RWBY, she wears this hood. And every time she wears this hood, it's inside out. Every damn time. It bothers me. Like, every time I look over, she looks like a little dinosaur with the freaking spikes up on her head. And I'm like, oh my god.
I'm not sure how easily they can tell, but maybe
I like it that way.
Yeah, I've tried to fix it before too, and it bugs me. It bugs me so much that she does that. And she does it every time she wears it. It's a pet peeve.
Because when I do this, look, it doesn't go the right way.
What?
It doesn't go the right way.
No.
No.
No!
You gotta flip the whole thing inside out. You got the whole thing upside
You
down.
have
Like-
literally
the
the whole
wrong
thing
way.
inside out. The tag is on the outside.
It's right here.
The
No.
whole thing is on the wrong way. You have
And
to
I
take
think
it
I'm
off.
allowed to have an opinion since that used to be mine.
Yeah, that was from your mom's Little Red Riding Hood costume.
Hey, I want to show
That
you.
she had,
Hold on.
like, years before you were born.
Let's focus on RWBY and read, guys. Stop.
Starbucks
just
did
like
not
a-
pay for the content of this ad.
Oh my god. Look, it was cold outside.
Baby, it's cold.
No.
I hate that song.
I know. You don't like the one that she got that's in the book that's got, it's Green Arrow and Black Canary?
See, that's fine. I like her book, actually. I think it's cute.
Hey,
Kama's right. It's got some
what
really
about
cute ones.
we wish
But they're
you
not
Harley
all Harley.
About we wish
I
you
know.
Harley
Someone was
Christmas.
saying they
We wish
were.
you Harley Christmas. We wish you Harley Christmas and a lovely New Year.
Anyway, moving on from that chaotic intro. So, we're actually recording this way later than usual. We usually record these, like...
That's enough. I will consume your darkness.
Anyway, we usually watch these on the Saturday they come out. But due to
Have some hot chocolate.
just a crazy weekend and stuff going on, this is actually Monday for us. So we've been trying really hard to stay off social media and stay away from spoilers. Well,
I don't
have.
follow that many things, but it was people's comments on our other video that kind of led me to some conclusions, and I was like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I mean, thank you for the warnings, because we know Clara is young, and we know there's some dark stuff happens. So we're gonna be very quick this episode, like prepared to go.
Yeah, I don't follow a bunch of like RWBY stuff or like a lot of stuff in general.
But I had to stay off of Facebook. I had to stay off of Discord. I had to stay off of Twitter. I'm waiting for you guys to make some annoyed, shocked sound.
Hey,
We all know you didn't stay off Twitter.
Yeah.
No, I just stayed on the trends page.
look.
Oh my god.
Well, you don't have to cover my eye all the time.
Him and his trends and
because I could,
tropes
like,
and
I know, right?
other
because
truz.
I'm crazy.
Truz.
Trellises? Ooh, we should get a trope trending trellis.
Oh, scam.
Why don't you look at your watch?
I don't
If you were
know.
gonna hurry up on your watch.
I'm like, I wonder who's... Oh,
Anyway, so what
I need
I
sleep.
have tried to stay away from spoilers, but I do know, and I'm pretty sure this episode has something to do with Cinder.
I was
all I
hoping
got.
for Neo based on some people's comments. I was hoping for it to be about Neo. Because
I don't know.
I
also-
give this many
Piff.
shits about Cinder's backstory.
I think just Piff.
And also, I really,
I believe
really want to see her like. Remember when?
Yeah, with the umbrella. Well, okay, but you guys should look at this as a positive thing, actually. You guys dislike Cinder a lot, but Cinder being the enigmatic, thank you, villain that she has been since the beginning, they can't really kill her off without giving you at least her backstory. So now that they're giving her backstory, maybe, just maybe, she'll die this volume.
Or you
I
could be
doubt it.
totally wrong and it's not about
I know, I could be totally wrong. But my point is that there's Rooster Teeth would probably never, ever consider killing her off without explaining her backstory. So this at least opens up the possibility. So you guys should be happy.
No, but I'm saying...
I mean...
No, but I'm saying you could be totally wrong and cannot be about Cinder at all.
I could be. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway,
It should
I'll
be
go ahead.
like... It's
Alright.
about Oscar.
Well, when I saw one of the...
They said it was a she in the comments.
Well, when I originally saw the warning, that was my first thought process was, oh crap, what's going to happen to Oscar?
Yeah.
It was like...
But then when I saw the later on warning from someone else where it was, they
Sorry, guys.
said her, and they mentioned the backstory or something.
I don't remember seeing a comment about that,
Yeah,
but it's entirely possible I skimmed over
Backstory
it.
about a female
Sorry, guys.
reincarnation of
Sorry,
Oscar.
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I bought it.
We know, but I'm not sure the microphone picked it up until you announced it. It wasn't one of
ready?
those parts. Yes, we're ready. Oh, although before we start, she can't complain this time. I am wearing Team Juniper. Because Pira is right freaking here.
I bought you the shirt. I know it's a Juniper shirt.
I wasn't watching my tongue out at you.
Whatever. I'm wearing Fire Frog. So mine's cool.
But they're not Ruby. They're not Ruby.
No, but it's Fire Frog. Firefly. Muppet crossover.
She's never watched Firefly.
I don't think she could yet.
No, she is not old enough to watch Firefly yet. Just in terms of, she'd get bored.
Yeah. I think she'd like Summer Glau's character though. She'd like River. But the actual movie Serenity, like that's when they showed the best, and she definitely couldn't handle that one with the reverse.
And there's just not enough in the show.
Yeah.
So, for
There's
her.
really not. Except for the one episode.
Guys, let's focus
She
on
like
Ruby.
tricks the guy and
Guys, let's
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
focus on Ruby. No, Firefly. Ruby.
She's very determined to focus on Ruby today.
I hope it's not Cinder. I hope it's Neo. Neo's good at Cinder. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And also, Neo funnier and more sassy. Not that dog, she's pretty sassy.
I just hope I don't cry this time. I mean,
Well, you're
Pietro's
tired
not
of
in the episode,
crying?
that should be fine.
Tired of crying and
Yeah, like I did the Mass Effect one too.
and reactions.
When you like running down, like, it's so cool. Who is it? Why not going
Alright,
away?
we'll see.
Telling you, that's Cinder, not Neo. Nope,
Yeah.
it's Cinder.
It's Cinder. Oh, damn it. That was helpful.
I am taken.
Piano music.
This is not a good place for a young orphan girl to be.
Yeah, like that's the thought process I'm having right now, and then at the same time I'm like, they really wouldn't go there, would they?
You're to make sure the laundry is folded, the dishes are spotless, and the floors are clean enough to eat oil. Food. Now hurry and get to your chores. The floor looks filthy.
She's so hungry.
Yeah, I know.
I think I know why, Seabass. Everyone played her horribly and no one else, as no one else have.
Possibly.
The bad guys never played her bad.
We'll have to see. Scrubbing the carpet.
You missed a spot.
She's mad.
Mm-hmm.
Now that wasn't very ladylike, was it? I suggest you remember your place. Say it! Without you, I am nothing.
Alright, what gives? Someone took my damn sword.
I apologize for the inconvenience. We'll help you look for it.
Now, that's not yours, is it? I'm not here to hurt you.
She's mad.
I've seen you around, and I think it's safe to say you're not getting the most fair treatment. Yeah, I can't really blame you for what you're thinking.
You don't know what
But hurting them isn't going to make your life any better. You can run, but you're going to be running for the rest of your life. Or you can find another way to handle it.
Like you can do whatever you want. Go wherever you want.
How old are you?
10.
And you want to be like us. You want to be a huntress. Then we've got about 7 years.
For what?
To train you for the huntsman exam.
So right now he's teaching her to punch and kick,
Yeah, how to fight.
but not with weapons.
No, but still how to fight. Something has to change, though.
What?
I don't know. Yeah. No, I think she's training on weapons.
But with sticks.
No. Or she's
Something
learning.
changes because she wants to be a huntress right now. But that's clearly not who she is.
Just a few more years and you won't need your guardian's permission. You'll be free.
Mom, come quick! We found something! It's Cinder! She has a weapon!
Don't give her that.
They're not going to care about that.
Hello? Anyone?
What is it?
We do not serve faunus.
You're right. Without you, I am nothing. But because of you, I am everything.
Cinder.
I don't want to run now.
That's all you'll ever do.
She had fire. You did not want her to.
Well, she doesn't have her maiden powers yet.
Yeah, but she had fire.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what his semblance is. He's Colossus.
Colossus.
Yeah, apparently.
But Colossus.
Iron skin.
And Iron Skin.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Oi.
That one hers.
He don't want to kill her.
Nope.
But she clearly doesn't feel the same.
I know, my love. You okay?
Wow.
You're awake. I was so worried. How are you feeling?
You brought me back here. I failed.
Cinder, you were hurt. I was just trying to help.
I think she's had enough help. Besides, she went against our queen. I'd be careful who you back.
Cinder's hunch was right. If we didn't support, then maybe we would
Would
have.
you stop trying to protect her already? She doesn't care about you.
Both of you, get out. I'll let you know when you're needed next.
Yeah, about that. Salem's got other plans for me. I'm not gonna be taking orders from you anymore. She wants everyone on the bridge. Something big is about to happen.
But I'm here for you. She don't want her dead. So
Guys.
hard. She wants her
I'd
so
like to
The whale has a bridge.
but
Mom,
this is my burden to bear, not yours.
she want
His
to be
grudge is
with
with me.
Cinder.
Hell,
Not
it'll
her.
be even worse.
I know.
He's holding back with me. I can tell. I understand. I do. But you've done so much already. The least I can do is give you a break and try to get us out of here. I can't leave yet. This is our chance. Maybe you've taken one too many hits. Salem. She knows she can't take on the whole world at once. So she doesn't. She has her followers work their way in, sabotaging us from the inside out. Maybe we should do the same. We certainly are similar, you and I. Maybe we have been presented with an opportunity. Great.
How would they do that though?
Please.
You don't need to fight this war, kid. Tell me what I need, and we can be done.
Hello, Hazel.
Coward!
No!
This time.
No.
Come on. I know. You in possession. You in possession.
I don't like when this
Tell us how this damn fight works.
I know.
The boy has suffered enough.
Why do you follow her? I know. I know how you see me. But her? Look at what she does. How is she the answer? Why not stop her?
Salem can't be stopped. She's a force of nature. I've seen it firsthand. But you send children to their deaths.
That poor
For a
whale.
cause that you know has no victory, no end.
Someone has to try. Salem isn't a force of nature because Salem can be fought. Unless she brings the relics together. If that happens.
Awesome. You have wonderful timing. The show is about to begin.
Damn, it's hardcore creeping me out.
Right?
Like,
He does the same things Max does. He looks like all serious about it.
Neo is so not into this.
Good news.
No, I didn't see her.
Tyrion has heard from our dear colleague.
Ah.
Although he remains in captivity, it seems that he has worked with Ironwood to gain some control over the puppet masquerading as the Winter Maiden. I suppose he remains useful after all. Speaking of which, Cinder. You chose to disobey my specific instructions. Just to fail again. And I've realized it's all my fault. You fought your whole life unwaveringly for what you want, and here I am holding you back, instead of lifting you up. You deserve so much more than I've given you.
Like,
Go to Atlas.
Yep.
Recover
Okay, like,
lots. He can lead you
Neil,
to
like,
whether you
sit
or
down.
my family get there first. You will
This is
finally have the
disgusting.
intermediate's power, and I will have my staff.
You'll only be helping her bring about the end. For all of you.
Yours.
Hazel's second guessing.
A little
I hope.
bit, but at the same time.
How do we even know we can trust what? We have confirmed visual of the enemy. She appeared to be functioning.
This is why I don't trust technology. Now we're wasting our time searching for broken junk.
Enough! You're Atlas Elite. Act like it.
Ma'am? We're picking up an open comms broadcast.
Play it.
It's straight for me. I repeat, a large, massive rim is a straight for mantle. Please, anyone.
Don't act like you care now.
Oh boy.
Great. You guys.
Did you hear our message? It's right there. We need to hurry.
Where's Penny?
Are you serious right now? There are people in danger.
There are people in danger because you kids are acting selfish and...
what is that?
I hate the Aesops with like every fiber of my being.
I know.
Like more than Salem.
Jesus.
Like you know Salem is evil. But the Aesops are just fucking pieces of shit.
Well, there they are. The Grimm have made it to Atlas.
God, I hope they kill Ironwood.
Yeah.
Those big ass guns, you only take out one Grimm. No.
There you go.
Go with the hard light shield.
Hey, we'll get that.
It's time.
a feeling Atlas falls.
Me
And that's
too.
why they leave Atlas.
And what's got me worried is where it's gonna fall. Directly.
It'll be Ironwood's fault.
Under the
I'm
crater.
sorry. I lay this all at his feet, 100%. I have no fucking sympathy at all. I feel bad for the people of Mantle, but fuck Ironwood. Hope he dies.
Creepy. And the end.
Yep.
No.
Every time.
You know what I think? Well, no.
Sure. Of course.
Like always.
So what do you think?
I wonder what Snowfall think.
But she's in her
Asleep.
sleeping bag. That's our elf on a shelf, by the way.
I still wonder what he thinks.
I still have zero sympathy for Cinder. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get hate in the comments for that, but I have zero sympathy for
I
her.
feel
Because
bad
a lot
for
of people
her.
have hard lives. A lot of people have been abused. A lot of people have gone through shit. And most of those people have not turned out to murder people.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting.
No,
it
that
to be.
was nowhere near as bad. I think I know...
I feel bad for Cinder. And it's all
I don't want to say too much,
and
but yeah.
I think that it's all that parents' fault because it tortures her and do stuff she don't want.
Well, that really wasn't her parent. That was just some inn owner
Basically.
who, by the way, I'm glad did not go to where we both immediately went to in our thought processes there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I've seen worse things happen to people.
Die.
And not gonna get into that, but I'm just saying those people don't turn around and murder people. I'm just saying.
Especially,
And they're not fucking power hungry people who try to murder people. They're not...
And someone...
No, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I still have no sympathy.
And
I'm sorry.
also someone train you and you killed him and when they do that.
well, yeah. That was just... She got caught.
Nature versus nurture. I get it.
Yeah, but he
I
caught
get the psychology of it. I get the having
So she had to get rid of
PTSD and all kinds of stuff that come from those things, but there's a line.
He's a fight to lesson,
I know.
but not killing her.
So, and she had no problems crossing that line.
I know.
No problems at all. So I'm sorry. I didn't think that was as bad as everyone said it was going to be, and I also still don't feel sympathy.
I think it was. I think she was sad. She stabbed him and he did that. And did that.
I think going from purely her character, looking at it from a psychological perspective, she was sad on some level, but she got a lot of that kind of I can't even think of the terms right now. Basically, all that matters to Cinder is her wants and needs, like a narcissist or a psychopath.
But
And
when her eyes basically opened. Why?
I know, because it still bothered her, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough to stop her. Because even if it had been a case of where she had killed him in the moment, in the heat of rage of the moment, if she was truly bothered by it, it would reflect in her
come
character.
this far as her character.
But she
wouldn't
clearly
have-
shows that,
I mean-
she was unhappy to do it, because, again, he had trained her and he'd been her only friend, apparently, for a long time. At the end of the day, all that mattered was her. So, I get where you're coming from, sweetie. I really don't have a lot of sympathy for her. It's more this kind of sympathy of, I feel bad because it's nature versus nurture. I feel like she got turned into who she was. I don't feel bad for who... I feel bad that a kid got broken that way and became that, but I don't necessarily feel bad for Cinder.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what bugs me is, when it comes down to that, is a lot of people go through those really awful things, and that thing inside them that breaks doesn't break to that extent. There's something already broken inside her that made her so calmly okay with killing someone with her bare hands. She didn't use a weapon on the stepmother. She didn't use a weapon on her. She broke her neck with her bare hands.
No,
something was already broken inside of her to begin with. And then they broke it more, yes. But she still felt nothing when she did that. She was proud until she realized that he was not okay with what she had done.
Actually, she soaked her.
Yeah, sorry, that's what we're saying.
So,
that's
what bothered me. Well, you heard the cracking.
I don't think she understood what that meant. She is still only 7.
Yeah, not sure. But, yeah, it's... I mean, there's something already partially broken in her to begin with.
Yeah,
because there is nature versus nurture, and yeah, maybe if she had had a better childhood, she would have turned out better, but at the same time, now she's just fighting for power. She's not fighting for anything else. She's fighting for power.
Well, I think it is...
So whatever it is, it was already broken inside of her.
See, I think what develops a character... Can we just put it back here? Thank you. What develops a character is both. And I think that a character can have, not even being broken, but have certain tendencies of person, who they are naturally, but then those can be shaped and molded by the story. So Cinder has a certain determination. Actually, some people even argue Ironwood has the same sort of thing, although we'll get into that in a second anyway. But as she grew up, she never got installed that sense of right and wrong. She got installed in her...
Except that's exactly what the guy was doing.
Well, he was trying, but by that point, she'd already been mistreated by everyone and everything like this. She
was 10.
But by 10, a lot of kids have already learned a lot of lessons. And I think what
I know. If we want to talk about things...
Sweetie, what I'm trying to say is I think that when you take her natural instincts and then you mix in the fact that she never had anyone looking out for her until him, that is why she became this sort of, I'm all that matters to me. Because I think the only way that he could have changed that about her would be to take her out of the situation she was in entirely. But because he didn't do that, she still had that nurture of you and your power are all that matters. So yeah, that's what she became. And that's terrible because it was the only way to change that path for her to either A, have her stepmother not be horrible, but that clearly didn't happen, or for that huntsman to take her out of the situation she was in. But he didn't, because he was a huntsman, he was doing his own thing. It was nice of him to train her, but it wasn't enough to overcome all the other crap.
I don't completely agree with all of that, because even if we look at certain family members that we know, they go through the same things, and yet somehow one turns out to be a decent human being and the other one is pure shit. There was something already broken in the person who was pure shit that had nothing to do with nurture.
I'm like about to cry because
that little nugget of evilness is already there. And yeah, it can be maybe molded differently, but at the same time, there will always be that little bit of brokenness inside of them.
Well, since I'm pretty sure I know exactly which two members of my family we're referring to there. To reference in the... don't worry about names. To reference that, I think, is because that one got far more abuse before being rescued than the other one.
And yet you still aren't okay with it because...
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not saying I feel bad for Cinder any more than I feel bad for that family member who is complete garbage. But what I'm saying is what I feel kind of sad about is the fact that kids do have that sort of situation. So it's less of a I feel bad for Cinder and more I feel bad that kids have the life Cinder has that forms into who they are. So it's more of an esoteric sadness, I guess.
I guess.
I don't feel bad for Cinder. I don't. I feel bad that a kid had to go through that.
Hey, I'm gonna about to cry because when she was a kid, that was like horrible. That was sad.
I know.
Don't cry.
Come on, you want to take psychology? Let's break it down.
My issue with psychology is I've stopped remembering the names of everything. I'm like, crap, what do they call that? I remember the concept, but what do they call it?
Like what?
Like,
I'm
what
just
I was trying to talk
saying,
about.
like, sometimes people are born with something broken already inside of them. And, yeah, it can be molded and changed, but there will still be that broken part inside of them that will kind of lead them whatever way they go. So even if they're good people, they could be overly driven towards success because of something broken inside of them. And they don't turn into murderers, but there's something else about them that's broken.
But see, I wouldn't call that broken. I think it's very possible for people to be broken, and I think there's a lot of ways you can break people to that. But what you're talking about there is there's something from the beginning that's broken inside them, but depending on how they get raised, they could either be a serial killer or a horrible boss baby.
I mean, cause like some people
don't think
who
that's
are
necessarily the core of that is broken. I think it's just that sort of thing.
I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm talking about, and I'm sure it's going to be misunderstood completely by everyone watching.
Oh, I'm sure, since you keep overusing the word broken for things that aren't actually broken.
It's just, it's hard to explain without using actual examples, and take examples would be to put out there a lot of personal things that I just wouldn't want to.
No, I get that.
So I still don't feel sympathy for her simply because she did have something good and she was mistreated and that was terrible. But even you and I went to a darker place than that episode did.
Yeah.
Like, we went, like, the minute we saw that place, we went to a way darker place.
Child trafficking kind of thing. Yeah, I was like, oh, really?
So, for it to have been as somewhat tame as it was, for things we know personally about, it's hard for me to feel sympathy for a character who then goes around and acts the way that she does.
Yeah.
With no remorse whatsoever. I mean, even to the people who do help build her up, like Emerald.
Yeah.
She treats her awfully. Like, so I still can't feel sympathy for someone like that.
No, I don't feel sympathy for Cinder, but I do feel bad that the people that made Cinder who she was existed. All right, Julius, you clearly had a couple of opinions there. You were starting with the voice. Why don't you go ahead and tell us your opinions on Cinder?
I said I didn't really have anything.
Well, I mean, you did mention the whole overusing the word broken thing, so I thought maybe you had a couple opinions on Cinder. No real opinions on Cinder? Okay.
I think it was mostly like he was kind of disagreeing with the way I was wording everything, but I think he also kind of understands that that's not really what I meant. It's just hard to actually say what I mean without using specifics.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard.
So hopefully you who are watching understand
because I know
that
a lot
as well.
of people have gone through a lot of different things and they've turned out a lot of different ways. So what you've gone through doesn't always shape who you are.
No.
You
but
know?
I feel like...
Yeah, it was terrible what happened to her, but she still could have made a different choice.
Yeah, well, when it comes to nature versus nurture argument, I've always believed that it is a balance. Yes, what you go through does shape you, but there are certain core characteristics. So someone else who went through that thing, like RWBY, would have a different sort of outcome. Granted, she would probably be far more cynical than she is currently, but she's always had a very strong sense of morality. And
so while nurture does play a big part, there is still something in
it's
your
just that
nature
I wouldn't call that stuff broken.
Yeah.
It's just...
It was just really hard to find, like, a correct word.
Yeah, I believe... I understand. Because I still don't have a word for it.
Because it's really hard for me to...
It's personality. it's soul stuff, okay?
Yeah.
Different kinds of soul stuff.
Like, it's hard
Big,
to
bald,
explain
wibbly-wobbly stuff. it's been over a decade since I studied psychology. Okay, I never even finished getting my degree.
But I think we can all agree that we hate Ironwood.
What degree?
Let's
a
be
degree
honest.
is like a certification that you know what
Because we all knew that his plans were all going to blow up in his face. And that's exactly what they're doing. The whole thing with Penny blowing up in his face currently.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the way he's been with Atlas and Mantle blowing up in his face currently.
Well, what's funny...
And we never thought that they might be going to Vacuo because they lost Atlas. We never entertained that possibility. We thought maybe she would be moving on or something else, but maybe it falls and there's just nothing left for them to save.
Well, we did
and that's
entertain
why
that
they
one.
move on.
We talked about that, the last couple, either last or the reaction before last. We talked about the idea of Atlas falling, because I was talking about how I was worried about the crater, the casting over in the crater, and if Atlas falls, guess what it squishes?
Well, I mean,
What's this squish?
he has set that up. He has set that
Yeah,
up.
I saw somebody, again, trying to avoid spoilers, but just by habit clicking through stuff. I saw somebody say, well, I feel this exonerates Iron. I'm like, nope, click away. So clearly, whoever that person was saying that they feel Ironwood was justifying what he did, because look what happened now. But I don't, because I feel like if Ironwood had cooperated...
I don't agree with that person at all, on any level.
No, I feel like if Ironwood had,
makes me mad.
from the moment things started to go sour, and they had the whole scene with after Watts got arrested and they found the chess piece, if Ironwood had been able to listen and work with Team RWBY and try and worry about all of people, this wouldn't have been what happened. I mean,
this is like that moment where I have to take a breath because I know it was none of us who felt that way, but like I want to lash out at that person because it's like,
well, and I guess on some level, there is truth to saying that had Ironwood used the let me finish what I'm saying. There is truth to saying that had Ironwood finished his plan and moved Atlas to the upper atmosphere, yes, Atlas would have been safe. But then everyone in Mantle would have died, which is what the problem Team RWBY had. If he had worked with Team RWBY, maybe they could have actually stopped this from happening in the first place and saved everyone. So while there is a truth that Ironwood's plan would have saved Atlas, yeah, but it would have, no matter what, cost Mantle. Whereas Team RWBY was trying not only to save Mantle, particularly Yang and Jean and Ren, but also save everyone else, as opposed to just closing all the doors and running away, which is basically Ironwood's plan. Would it have worked?
What's going to kill me is that probably most of the Atlas team is going to be like, see, if he had done it, if you kids hadn't interfered, I just want them to die. Because I'm just so sick of hearing them.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Sick of it.
Technically, it would have worked, but then everyone in Mantle would have died. So, what's the cost?
I don't want.
You would have run away. Eventually, she would have hunted you down.
I don't want the Wolfie to die.
Maybe he'll change sides.
Yay! Whoopee! Whoopee!
I like how right now, basically, the Starbucks lady is her face.
I'm just... I don't understand how anyone can agree with Ironwood.
Oh, I don't.
Because you're basically saying it's okay to let those people die.
Yeah.
So you can save some. That's awful.
And...
That's truly, truly awful. That's more evil than some of the evil characters we've come across.
Yeah. I mean, because what it makes me think of, and no one else will get this reference here.
Like,
maybe someone out there will.
Like Neo. Like Neo.
So, yeah, well, yeah, more evil than Neo. One example, there's the game I played at StarCraft, there's this one species that can lift their buildings up and run away. And it's like, so what you can do, if your base is being blown up, there's too many enemies there, you can lift your things up and leave behind the stuff you can't, let them all die. But chances are, unless you get really lucky, when you lift up and run away, that's it. You bought yourself some extra time, but in the end, they will find you, and they will kill you. So yeah, Ironwood's plan would have saved Atlas right now, at the death of all the Mantle. But then it would have removed him from the board, wouldn't have allowed them to warn any of the rest of Remnant, and so by the time Salem was done killing everyone, she'd be able to hunt him down at her leisure, and he would have nothing he could do about it. All he would have done was bought Atlas, at most, 10 years.
Not even. Let's be honest.
Well, that's what I said, at most. So it's like, his plan would work now, but in the end, it would fail.
I have a question. Why do
say
Zelda want
buy
to
them
kill
like a book.
everyone? Remember when
all the people
everyone
in Mantle are
died,
gonna be
you
nothing
did not
for
have
Salem to
anyone
deal
left.
with.
Remember?
She's not even gonna deal with them.
Because now she has gone
She's
ahead.
gonna leave the Grim and she's gonna leave all
But
that.
then, who was
She
father
could
is
just
still
no
focus
one.
on
Everyone
going to
died.
Atlas.
10 years is still a lengthy time, so.
I think
Not even a
Salem
couple years.
now, because
To
she
be
threw
honest.
herself in the pool of Grim, doesn't care about being alone anymore. Because she is now a being of ultimate destruction that's full of ultimate life, all she wants to do is kill people and destroy people or control people. So, actually, she probably wouldn't kill everyone in the end. But the people who would left would have to like worship her. And Ironwood would not be that person, and she would chase him down on Atlas. And the moment she got there, Jacques Schnee would be all like, I surrender!
I have a quick question.
And also, when they I surrender, I don't want to die.
Ozma did tell her that if she brings all the relics together, that the gods come back, right?
Yeah.
And that they would basically judge everyone and probably destroy everything.
I-
So what is her point in doing all of this?
I think her point is that this will end her. Because their thing wasn't just that they'll come back and kill the humans. Is that her curse is as long as the earth turns, she will walk its face until she learns to appreciate the balance of life and death. Which she obviously will never do. So, but if she called the gods back, and they said, if we come back, and we judge you to be improper, we're destroying all of it. The remnant gets destroyed, she'll no longer be cursed to walk the face of it. She'll get to finally die. But everyone else dies too.
So then,
What about?
why throw in with her? I'm
Because I don't think she tells people that.
What about
Yeah, do you really think she goes around telling people,
I think
hey, guess what?
he
This is my plan.
was-
This is
I
exactly
guess
what I
because
want.
He has to
I'm just saying,
be
like,
trying to make everything
I
better.
want everything
Well,
to
he only
die.
lives by reincarnating
Yeah,
through
but
other people.
Elbow
If everyone's
bumps.
dead, there's no enough for him to reincarnate into.
what about again, like his own body back?
I don't think they're going to give him his own body back. That was the whole point,
On
that
so
he
many levels.
that way he'd keep learning and growing, I think, was the idea. I mean, the other argument people have made is that she wants to bring the gods back because now she believes that she's powerful enough that she could kill them.
But God,
I could believe that
But
over her
God-
wanting to die.
but God,
Those are the two leading
Because if
theories.
you want to die, you just want this curse to end, and you don't think it can. And if they come back, they may still decide to just leave your ass. I don't know. I just sit back and do me.
but
Color.
God can't
Arts and
die.
crafts.
Oh my god.
Well, you have to understand, Clara, is
Read
that
all the books.
especially in fiction, you could have different kinds of gods. The brothers here are not, because when you think of gods, you
just
think
saying
of
God is so bad.
gods that you learned a little bit about.
Or
I
Jesus.
could think of
Like
a billion
Jesus.
things I could do with all that.
But
time.
Jesus did die.
With immortality,
Yeah, but
eternity,
he still could
never,
go,
ever,
still
ever
could help
dying.
people.
Well, that's because
I
he
mean,
was
did you
brought
really
back.
have to
That-
become evil?
But to explain, Clara, Jesus or God, that, as you know, as we've talked about God before when we talk about religion, that is an omniscient, all-powerful being. Omniscient, by the way, that means that he knows everything. 'Cause
I'm
he's
just
God.
like thinking.
He knows everything. The two brothers in the story here are
I
not
do remember
omniscient.
everything.
They don't know everything. Because they didn't know. Well, the God of Darkness
Could be
did
worse.
not know that Salem was there to trick him into bringing back Ozma to break the balance. He didn't
Like, you
realize
can do
that.
everything
If he
that
was
you want,
omniscient and all
and then
powerful,
it'd still be
he
like
would
this
have.
much. This
So
tiny-
people can
tiny
argue
bit
that when you
amount
have
of
a
time,
God
and then you
like
have,
that,
the rest of eternity.
that
It's
means
like,
that they are not
I mean,
invincible.
she wasn't poor.
But
She had magic. People are
She
still writing books.
wanted
There's
him
still stuff
back
to do.
at first, but when Dad
You
do
can
it,
help
then
people
it
with all the
stopped
time
her.
you have.
But before that, she's
Imagine
the
how
one
many
in the
lives you
back
could
and
change
she
and
was for
save
love.
in all that time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, goals change. She
You
had her
don't
love
have
back
to
for a
be
while.
And then when he killed him
definitely.
Our husband's
again,
not that great, but he
she
has
got so
immortality,
mad.
but he still
she
finds other things to
wouldn't
do.
ever wanted them
He started the schools. He trains huntresses. He does all
Well,
these
Yeah,
things.
but considering
Well, when
circumstances
he brought it back
and
and
the
he killed him again,
perspectives
remember that she
of
got
what
mad and
went
she attacked the god, and
through
that's why she got
versus what
cursed.
went through.
Yeah, but she only
It's,
went
we'll have to
through
sort of
that
watch
because
these play out. I mean, these are good
God,
conversations. Maybe not in this exact moment. This has been a long
she brought
reaction.
this on herself.
It's been going on for a while. We've been talking about it a lot. I'm not sure anyone is even still watching by this point in our reaction.
I know we're over here like having completely different conversations.
Which is going to be so much fun to edit.
Yeah. And you can't even ask me what we said because come tomorrow I won't remember.
So we should wrap this up.
Yeah,
We should definitely
probably.
wrap this up.
Yeah. We should.
All right.
Wimbo!
If you like our content,
We should wrap this up.
like, okay,
diarrhea
okay,
of the
okay.
Ring the bell.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We have a Twitter, we have a Facebook. Don't be afraid to leave a comment below saying, why did you guys ramble on for, I don't even know, we don't have a time. Oh, guys, we're at 50 minutes. 51 minutes. This is, we're done.